Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to yet another installment of Chelsea's latest transfer news. Day 2 in Vancouver for me. It's been a very effective day. We've had a lot of fun in downtown Vancouver. Lots of lovely places to visit, and I'm going to put out a video very soon, most probably on Instagram. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put it on YouTube. Maybe I will. I don't know. Just look out for it. It's been good. Obviously, still recovering from the cold, but the weather here is beautiful, which should help me out recover quicker. But of course, lots of things popping off, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of things popping off. We've got the here we go for Dewsbury-Hall to Chelsea Football Club, and a whole heap of other bits and pieces. First, let's talk a little bit about Dewsbury-Hall before we look into all the news that's been floating around over the last 24 hours. Dewsbury-Hall, I was never ever concerned that it wasn't going to happen. I remember when the first rumor, well, not even rumor, when the first link materialized from David Ornstein, quite a lot of you guys commented, Miz, don't fall for these news, these are just clickbait, you don't have to react to everything. Look, here we are. You need to understand our owners, you need to understand our board. This particular transfer was always going to happen as soon as David Ornstein and Fabrizio both said that we are in for a hijack for Dewsbury-Hall, who is on his way to Brighton, and apparently Brighton fans, once again, are not happy with us. We are taking the mick out of Brighton at the moment. I feel like enough's enough, man. Why are we doing this to Brighton? But anyway, the player was actually on his way to Brighton. Well, actually, he was in Brighton doing the medical, and then all of a sudden refused to do the medical because Chelsea had shown interest. And a few days later, here we go. We have the player on our hands, and he's going to be officially announced very soon. So look, and then on top of that, I think there was a bit of a catch that, look, I still believe that this was a PSR move, but a move that not only from a PSR point of view helps us out, no problems, but from a footballing point of view as well, I think overall helps us out, knowing that the player was the best player in Leicester under Enzo Maresca, and Enzo Maresca is our manager right now. So obviously we all know by now that Michael Golding, I believe, the academy player, is going to go from Chelsea to Leicester. Everything is done and dusted as well from that point of view. I think the medicals are done as well. We're going to have a look at the news very soon. But that was the catch. The catch was that at the end of the day, we're going to get Dewsbury-Hall, and they were going to help us out, get one of our academy boys from us, pure profit. I don't know the exact figure of how much Michael Golding's fees. I'll see if there is any news in regards to that. I don't think there is as yet. But look, coming back to the Dewsbury-Hall player to Chelsea Football Club, I think overall, I think we've all said that he's a decent player. And he's a player that, he's 25, just meets the project, cutoff age. And there's still quite a bit for him to develop. I think last season there was quite a lot of goals from him, quite a lot of assists from him. And as I said, he was Leicester's best player. You think that it's only going to improve from here. He's 25. He's only nearing his peak, and he's got experience in Premier League. He's done really well under Enzo Maresca in the Championship, and now he's back. He'll understand exactly what Enzo Maresca wants from his team, and he'll hopefully be able to, sort of transfer that information to the rest of the group. So look, yes, looks like a PSR move. Yes, it's an opportunistic move, but at the end of the day, it kind of all works out as well, which means certain Chelsea players will need to move on. We'll see exactly which players move on. Conor Gallagher, I think it's time's up, mate. Like, honestly, Conor Gallagher, your time is up, along with maybe Chukwuemeka and so on and so forth. Now, let's go and check out the latest news. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring this up. We'll go to PYS's page and we'll scour through all the way from the bottom. There was a lot of England shenanigans as well. England, yet again, scamming their way to a quarterfinal berth where they'll meet Switzerland. So let's see what happens there. All right. Now, first up, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see over here, 16 hours ago, Kiernan Kieran? No, I'm pretty sure it's Kiernan. PY's got that wrong. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall to Chelsea is a here we go coming from Fabrizio Romano. Brighton understood to be frustrated after Dewsbury-Hall already passed his medical to join them this week. He actually has even completed a medical, yeah, it's a proper hijack. It is a proper hijack. A young Chelsea player is heading to Leicester as part of the deal. Agreement reached for Dewsbury-Hall via multiple sources around 30 million. I think 30 million is actually quite reasonable price. Actually, a good price from our sense. These days, midfielders, they go for so much money, especially a midfielder that has actually done very well last season. So that's very good. 30 million price tag is actually pretty good. So the player that's going to Leicester from our academy is Michael Golding. Now, a lot of people are quite upset with this. We saw a bit of Michael Golding last season off the bench under Pochettino. Few minutes here and there he did receive, and he looked actually pretty good. So look, as I said, I've said this many times in my previous videos. I'm not some sort of an academy enthusiast, but from the bits and pieces I saw on this particular kid, he looked like a very good player. So Leicester, let's see if they can develop Michael Golding. Look, not all academy players from Cobham are gonna turn out to be superstars. So yeah, look, good luck to Michael Golding over there. So that's the latest in regards to Dewsbury-Hall. He's the latest Chelsea player. We're going to get an official announcement very, very soon. Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Now, he's a Chelsea player. I can only think about him from a positive sense. We've all said it. I think the player is a decent player, but it was more the sense that was it really necessary. I personally didn't think it was necessary, but nonetheless, he's a Chelsea player now, and I'm pretty sure under Maresca he's going to do well. I'm actually quite positive he's most likely going to play a lot of minutes. It's probably going to be Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Dewsbury-Hall in the midfield, and then probably Cole Palmer on the right, potentially Nkunku on the left with Nicholas Jackson up front, or maybe Nkunku up front with Sterling on the left. So something like that is quite possible. Chelsea will receive 5 million for Michael Golding, transferred to Leicester. Chelsea will sign Dewsbury-Hall for 30 million. There you go. We're going to get 5 million. So this is where I don't understand. Someone like Omari Kellyman went for 19 million odd when we bought him from Aston Villa, yet Michael Golding goes for 5 million. Omari Kellyman played like 35 minutes of Premier League football. I don't get it. I know Michael Golding didn't play that much either, but who's doing this valuation? How are these valuations being done? Why is he only worth 5 million? I mean, look, on a sensible market, of course he should be worth only 5 million. I'm just saying, how is Omari Kellyman worth 19 million? So yeah, look, it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts in regards to Michael Golding. Are you upset that he's going the other way? I think we're going to see a lot more of this happening over the next few seasons, over the next few windows. I feel like Chelsea owners are the ones that created this yet another loophole in the financial fair play. Well, in PSR, and this is something I think the FA should really look into, because now all clubs are doing this, where they're trading and selling players from their academy, basically to go past the PSR situation. Keep an eye on Arsenal and Chelsea for Calafiori. This is the next news, ladies and gentlemen. It's Fabrizio Romano who's consistently linking this player with Chelsea Football Club, so there could be something there. Calafiori, as a left back, as a LCB, he looked probably the best player from Italy in the Euros. I still remember that barnstorming run that he made against Croatia, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was Croatia, yeah, where he slid the ball through and ended up being a fantastic goal. So look, Calafiori, I know a lot of you guys followed him from Bologna, and he seems like a proper defender. Once again, if we get someone like him, we need to make a decision in regards to Marco Correa, Ben Chilwell. I don't think Ben Chilwell is moving anywhere at the moment. No one's really interested in. Marco Correa had a fantastic end of last season, and now he's backing that up with a stupendous Euros as well. I really would think getting rid of someone like Correa would be a bit of an injustice, if I'm being absolutely honest. And also it depends on how much is Calafiori going to be worth. Like, what's the price tag? You know, Bologna is probably going to ask for a lot of money, knowing the Premier League clubs are after him, and also Arsenal are in the mix as well. Nicholas Jackson news. Chelsea view Nicholas Jackson as really important and never considered adding him in a deal for Isak. Newcastle also would want 120 to 125 million to sell Isak. That news, just some people just created a little bit of noise out of nothing. Now, next up, Omari Hutchinson has signed Ipswich contract, 22 million to Chelsea. All done, ladies and gentlemen. So Omari Hutchinson is now officially a Ipswich player. The official announcement has been made from Ipswich and Chelsea Football Club. So best of luck to Omari Hutchinson. He probably figured out there was no future at Chelsea. And Chelsea, that's the model coming to fruition, where you buy players for almost nothing and then you end up selling them for quite a lot of money. And there is a sell-on clause for 25% as well. So any future sales of Omari Hutchinson, we are going to make more money out of it. I think there is a portion of the income that we've made this time around is going to go to Arsenal because they had a sell-on clause as well. But nonetheless, we still made profit out of Omari Hutchinson, who did not even kick a ball for... Well, actually, no, he did. He did kick a ball for Chelsea Football Club. I lie. He did actually play for Chelsea Football Club under Graham Potter. He played, and also... was he there in the preseason last season? Anyway. Nonetheless, that is the model coming into fruition. Enzo Maresca officially starts work as Chelsea FC head coach today, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a bit of news in regards to Enzo Maresca. We're going to start seeing some interviews. We're going to start seeing, hopefully some training drills as well down the track when the players come back. Let me mention again, Chelsea is looking for a left-footed, talented left-back or centre-back. Chelsea are following the situation of Calafiori. So I think this is the next big target that Chelsea is looking for. Look, as I said, he's actually a very, very good player. So I've got no qualms about bringing him in. I just think that someone like Cucurella is probably going to be let go of because I just can't picture how it's Ben Chilwell. I'd love it to be Ben Chilwell. Chelsea have discussed winger, striker, and are working on a left-footed centre-back at the moment. So that's a bit of that, ladies and gentlemen. Coming back to wrapping up this entire transfer news. Look, so far, who did we bring in? We've brought in Mark Gui. We've brought in Omari Kellyman. We've brought in Dewsbury-Hall. I know it doesn't sound like enthusiastic at all, but I think we just need to focus on our first team squad. You know, the players that we already have, the talented players that we already have, and these are just bits and pieces that we're adding. Dewsbury-Hall, I think, is more than just bits and pieces. I think he's a key player for Enzo Maresca. Even though Enzo Maresca really didn't push for him, it was more, Chelsea. This is what the PR is out there saying, that Chelsea identified him, and it just happened to be that with Maresca as well. It just works out nicely. So, but I do think Dewsbury-Hall could potentially be a very good player for us in this new system. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about in regards to Dewsbury-Hall, in regards to Calafiori. Looks like that's the next target. Omari Hutchinson to Ipswich, and a whole heap of other things that we've touched on. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya. Bye.